Hey guys, this is part 49 of my video story, where we're finally approaching the end of this long, arduous week. We have 3 races at the same time, and it looks like we're going to win 2 of them, which is pretty good strike rate. We're still on the 15th. We've got a flat stage of the Tour de Beauce before we proceed to the last days, but both of these stages are flat, so Rodriguez has got a small advantage on Craddock, but it should be big enough, really, unless Craddock tries some sort of banzai attack. And then we're also winning the Route du Sud. So 5th stage of Beauce is 192 kilometers flat, completely, just get to the end. I'm going to try and get through these 4 stages as quickly as possible, so you probably won't hear that much from me. Safe to say, there's not really much to say. Just keep our keep Rodriguez out of trouble, and get Hashir up there at the end if we can. Maybe try some late attack with late attack. Sorry, speech fail. Maybe try a late attack with Van der Velde. He is in great shape, and he's not really been able to show it so far. So yeah, if we might try and put Cassidy in the breakaway if it's necessary, but I doubt it will be. So come back at the end. Right, we are into the final 5 kilometers here. There's a breakaway of 6 still ahead by 30 seconds. Jones and Jones leading it at the moment, along with Pedersen, Rechka, Vubben, and Handley. As I said earlier, that Van der Velde might attack, but he was -3 on the day, so might as well just stay in the lead-out train. He's putting the hurt on Mark Bennett at the moment, though. Bennett's obviously only 65 flat, but yes. Cassidy's had to do a lot of work today. He's gone out the back, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. All he needs to do is come in inside the time limit. He'll have more work to do tomorrow. Same with Mike Smith, slowly drifting towards the back door. Rodriguez is right near the front at the moment. He's riding next to Craddock, so that's absolutely fine. That's where he needs to be. So let's concentrate on the sprint then. Looks like the breakaway is still 30 seconds ahead. Yep, they're going as quick as Van der Velde on 99 effort. Right, go Mark Bennett. Nobody else seems to have the problem that we have, where no one accelerates. Oh, we're going to get boxed in here. Oh, for God's sake, Nick. Right, that's gone horribly wrong. Never mind. Where's Rodriguez? Still ahead of Craddock. Might as well just go, Nick. Go right. Oh, that just didn't quite go early enough. We got boxed in. So at the front, the breakaway's just about been caught by UK youth. It's like Chris Opie's got this. He's flying here. Chris Opie is in sensational form. So he gets or does he get the win? Brambilla is blocked by his own lead-out man, so he does get the win. Incredible. Gibson, and there's still no Hashir. Strange. It really is strange, this game. Opie wins by a mile. Then Brambilla just beats Chiocca. Gibson gets 5th behind John Mould. Hashir was 10th. Bennett just behind him. And that does look like a split there. Strange. We'll see in the results screen. And more sprint carnage. So that didn't quite go to plan, as our super sprinter Tyler Gibson, again, our highest finisher. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why nobody else has the same issue as us. The AI is fine, they can accelerate like Mark Cavendish, but it takes us about 1 kilometre to get, up to speed, so it's strange. Having 3 lead-out trains and being the middle one didn't help either, because then you can't move either direction, you're boxed in. So, not great. But Chris Opie takes the win, which moves him into 5th on GC. It's amazing. Bearing in mind he can't climb or time trial, and there's been a summit finish and a long time trial in this race. So there wasn't a split in the end. So Rodriguez comes in safely, 6 places ahead of Craddock, and yeah, just 3 guys lost time. Cassidy brought home the rear, but doesn't matter at all. So no real changes on GC other than OP moves up ahead of Gibson and Sevilla into 5th. Yeah, nothing really. Climbers jersey, there's 1 climb tomorrow, but it's only worth 5 points, so Cassidy has won that, which is a nice consolation for him. Points jersey, Chris Opie's, I'm fairly sure, sealed that now. Yep, Chris Opie's won that. Where was Hansen today, actually? 22nd. No, I don't know. Young rider is Rodriguez, obviously. Where was Hansen? 16th. He finished behind Bennett. They must have got even more block than we did. Anyway, on to the next one. Next up then we have the final stage of the Tour of Slovenia. It is 111.1 kilometers. You know, fairly simple stage, just this one big obstacle to get over. But it should be far enough out that everything calms down and we should have a sprint. We're well out of this. I can't remember exactly where we are. I think Meek's 7th or 8th somewhere. Absolutely nowhere on GC, so I guess what we need to do is put someone in the break. Maybe it depends. I doubt they'll let Schroeder into the breakaway, but definitely get someone in the break. Just try and keep attacking, and then Gombok can go for the sprint. So yeah, come back for the hopefully for a final sprint. Right, we have 4 kilometers to go here. The breakaway is still a Sussex Road. Chavez of Colombia has gone ahead, and we have Bertels in there, as well as Orega, but it's not going to happen because again I've managed to pick up someone that doesn't want to work. In the peloton, we've got a lead out going for Gombok, who's +5 today. Unfortunately, Hakanen's really struggled again with the climbs, so I'm not sure how much use he's going to be, but he'll have to try. It's not going to happen for these two, unfortunately. This is good stuff. Some of the there was some crashes earlier. Candelario is out the back, as is Schelling, who is 29th, Uchima, who is 24th, and then another group here with Rubiano, who is 19th, Palucci and Krasnov, who are both good sprinters. So there's a few sprinters that won't be contesting this today. So we've got Ista on Hossavars. Really? They're leading him out? 67 sprint. Interesting. Don't get in the way. Oh, got in the way of Schroeder. That's okay. Can we catch... Oh. Can we catch Chavez? It's going to have to be a big sprint from Gombok here. I think he's got him. I think he's got him. Oh, Gombok. Oh, that's inspirational. That's inspirational. You have been zarbled. What a sprint that was. Knew he had to go early there. So Gombok, +5 on the day. Unbeatable. Chavez gets an unlucky second ahead of Van Bilsen, Ista and Bataglin. Hakkinen takes 6th. All our guys finish in the group. Mujagic, sorry, was the top. I said at the start that Meek was 8th. It was Mujagic that was 8th. He finishes as our highest rider. So yeah, come back on the results screen, see how much has changed. Gombok takes the win, and the points jersey to go with it as well. 2 stage wins being enough for him to win that. I feel for Chavez, but to be honest with you, game would have been slightly unrealistic if a guy with 66 flat would have held off the peloton on that finish. But there you go. Nothing else really up there. Usuals. I'll say some guy got dropped. The biggest name was Rubiano. He drops out of the top 20. Pavlin and Facchini also involved in the crash. They didn't make it to the end. So yeah, GC was won by Locatelli. Padilla and Duarte. Then Atapuma, Pirazzi, Durant, Sella, Mujagic, Cieślik, Meek and Schroeder. So, okay. I mean, 2 in the top 10 is always good. It's just a shame that they were both in the bottom end of the top 10. Wasn't to be for us here. Just too strong, these guys, way too strong. And the rest of our guys, all fairly close together. Bertels 36th, St Ledger 38th, Haken 39th, and Gombok 49th. Climbers jersey was won by Locatelli. Points jersey, as I said, Gombok. He was the only guy that could overtake Bertels, and he did. So there you go. Best young rider, Locatelli as well. He swept up everything here. Atapuma, Mujagic, Meek, Bataglin and Rodriguez, the only guys within 11 minutes of him. And the best team was Bardiani, head of Colombia, and then us. So, not the best race. I think we'll move on from that one. So next up is the finale of the Route du Sud, which is much more complex than that last one. Not only is it over 200 kilometers long, but it's got some fairly big climbs in it. And unfortunately for us, there is pressure because we do lead this race, so we're going to have to control this somehow. I would prefer getting a guy in the breakaway to having to ride on the front all day, but it's quite a small peloton, so letting a breakaway go is dangerous. Because we're the only team that are really going to bring it back. But I mean, to be honest, as I said yesterday, anyone outside the top 15 can go, and then I don't care. I don't mind if we never see them again. So yeah, hopefully we can get some guys from below that top 15 to get in the break. Who have we got there? Fisher. Fisher would be good to get Fisher in the break. So yeah, that will be the plan. If it does for some reason finish in a sprint, then obviously Zoltan should be favourite, but main task is to make sure Bekele wins this race. Alright, we're into the final few kilometres here. Breakaway of 7, which at one point was 9 minutes ahead. It's just about to be caught. Fisher's given it one last go though. He's had a pretty decent day, Fisher, but Zoltan has struggled a lot today with the climbs. So I don't know how well he's going to do. Let's just make sure Notanga's not bringing Fisher back. I don't think it's going to happen for Fisher anyway, though. Oh, we're going to have to go harder here. Bauer, what are you doing? So, I mean, Notanga is just not accelerating at all. He's still going at the same speed as them. Now he's going. It takes about 400 meters before they actually start. It's not gonna happen for Fisher. Just don't block anyone, Alex. Right, Zoltan's go. Zoltan go now. Bekele go now. Who's gonna get the win here? Zoltan or Bauer? It's Zoltan, quite comfortably. So Zoltan wins. Again. Obviously, if there's a sprint, Zoltan wins. 3 out of 3 wins here in the sprints. And then Bauer will... It's going to be close. I think Matysiak's got him. Yep. Oh no, Bauer takes second there in the photo, ahead of Matysiak. Notanga was just outside the top 10. Bekele comes in the peloton and wins the Route du Sud. Deepervine's at the back. Another hard day for him. -4 didn't really help. He's ready for bed, Sander is. He's absolutely knackered. So yeah, back on the results screen. So another great win for Zoltan here. It's pretty disappointing, obviously, how easy some of these races are, but we've known about this World Tour bug now for quite a while, so let's all get over it. Nothing else to say really. No one important was dropped. Highest ranked rider was Del Pino, so in there. So in the GC, Bekele takes the win ahead of Kumano. with Navarro right behind him. Douglas, a solid fourth, and then a big gap to Jean Debos, Gautier, Stakalangen. Natanga gained a second somewhere. He gained a second somewhere anyway, and he finishes 8th. Oh, yeah, I think he'd already gained that second on a previous day, I can't remember. Lemavelle, Lavarle, Poriel, Fayou, and Hardy. So there's Zoltan. Yes, 16th, nearly 19 minutes. Fisher 24th. Great ride in the breakaway today. Bauer 72nd, and Deepavine 87th. Fisher's ride in the breakaway today, winning the King of the Mountains jersey by 5 points from Zakharin, who wasn't in the breakaway. Pretty poor from Rusvello not putting him in there, but there you go. Points jersey obviously Zoltan ahead of Bauer, and best young rider was Kumano. Best team was us by 11 minutes, and that was the Route du Sud. So finally we come to the end of this marathon week, with the final stage of the Tour de Beauce, which is almost exactly the same as the same length as the final stage in Slovenia, just 100 metres longer. A lot flatter though. Just the one categorised climb near the start. Is the mountains jersey wrapped up? It is. So it's quite difficult doing 3 races at once, knowing what's going on in each race. But there you go. Who's our sprinter here? Hashir, of course. Hopefully we won't get blocked like we did last time. And yeah, let's finish this race off in style. Ryan Rodriguez close to winning his home race. So let's bring it home, boys. Guys, it's all over. Absolute disaster has struck here. 5 kilometres from the finish, Chris Opie has crashed, and Ryan Rodriguez was the guy right behind him. Craddock was in front and survived. So Craddock's going to win this race. Absolutely gutting to lose the race in the final 5 kilometres here. But what can you do? It looks like Tyler Gibson's going to be our best rider here. So what we need to do now is, who knows? Breakaway's still quite far ahead. I think it will probably take it, to be honest. Quite a big breakaway. So. My heart's not really in it anymore, to be honest. Absolutely gutted. Has Rodriguez even got up yet? He has. It's all pointless. I mean, there's Chris Opie, the guy that caused it. I mean, that will move Gibson up another place. That's the only good thing. Who was 3rd and 4th? I don't know if either of those are in here. Golser and Mancebo. Van Baal's in here, who's 13th. So it's all gone a little bit wrong, but you know, there's nothing you can do about these things. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Don't go that way. What can you say? I am absolutely gutted. Doesn't help that the breakaways stayed away either. It's going to be Russell Hampton, I think, that's going to take the win. Unless someone comes from way back. No. So yeah, Russell Hampton gets the win for Rally. The British domestic team's done brilliantly here, haven't they? Bearing in mind we're a British domestic team. Almost won every stage. When you're ready. So Hampton wins. Gonçalves, Creed, Godry, Lampier, Roscoff and Mooney was the breakaway, and then Brambilla won the bunch sprint. Ashir got out sprinted by Mortensen somehow. These will all get the same time, down to Forberger, and then Rodriguez will hopefully get the same time as that group, which could save him a place. I don't think he's got. No, I don't think he will. Anyway, I'll come back on the results screen. Unlucky Ryan. What a waste of time. What an absolutely abysmal way to finish this week. It's 13th was the best. I mean, I know the first 7 was the breakaway, but even so, we've just not been there in the sprints this week for whatever reason. Shears had a pretty poor race. So yeah, I mean, Craddock came in 30th. Mancebo, Goltz, they were in there, so they'll finish on the podium. Rodriguez unfortunately didn't catch up to this group. I don't know what difference it would have made. Well, it would have made quite a lot. He finished 3:09 down. He would have saved if you could have just made that tiny little gap up. Would have saved over a minute. But Perrott and Bulk abandoned. So the GC, Lawson Craddock wins it through luck, ahead of Goltzer, Mancebo, Sevilla, and a magnificent top 5 for Tyler Gibson. It's not taking anything away from him. I don't know how he's done that. Then again, Tom Zerbel's finished 7th. So, but I mean, Gibson's not even a great time trialist like him. I honestly have no idea how Gibson's finished top 5 in a race with a summit finish and a time trial. Then the rest of the top 10, Haga, Zerbel, Klimiankov, Bennett, another great ride, and then Santos. Da Silva finished 11th, even though he's got no shape at all. Rodriguez ends up down in 17th. Very disappointing. Had he caught that group and gained that, or saved the extra 70 seconds, whatever it was, he would have finished up around Haga and Gibson, so absolute disaster. Van der Waal 23rd, Smith 40th, Hashir 57th, and Cassidy 81st. Did anyone else big lose time? Opie obviously, and then a couple of guys from a bit further down. Climbers jersey goes to Cassidy, so at least we won't leave empty-handed. The points jersey goes to Opie, I'm guessing. Yeah, he already won it, hadn't he? And the best young rider is now Craddock. Gibson takes 2nd in that. It's pretty good. Best team is us by 5 minutes from Optum, and then NSP. NSP, what the hell? Finished 3rd. So yeah, you could probably sense from my voice, I'm incredibly disappointed. Doesn't happen often that, but when it does, it really hurts you. Rodriguez has done all that riding all week to lose the race in the last 5 kilometers through no fault of his own. Gutted. So that's it for this video. Great way to end it, I know, but oh well. In the next video, we will go through the results from this last week, and there'll be a little review of the first half of the season. It's going to be part 50 as well, so it'll kind of be a celebration almost, the 50th video. Before we get to the Nationals, go through everything that's happened so far. And yeah, just generally preview the Nationals, I guess. It's going to be a pretty busy week. The time trials, well, they're time trials. I probably won't show them unless we have a realistic chance of winning. So yeah, I mean, Fisher, for example, not got too much of a chance, I don't think. But that's the next video. So join me next time. Please do not wish bad things on Chris Opie. It's not his fault he can't stay upright. And thanks for watching.